right, we're back again, and we're still talking about logs, but in this case, we're going to have logs on both sides of the equation. Logs on both sides of the equation or the inequality, okay? This is a very simple technique to know. If you have a log with the same base on each side, whoops, sorry about that. Is it my pen? Okay. Notice that I have log base 2 here and log base 2 here. As long as my of the numbers are the same, as long as my bases are the same, my of the numbers have to be unequal in this same way. So that means that 4x minus 6 has to be greater than 2x plus 8. Now when I solve for x, I'm going to get 2x is greater than 14 and x is greater than 7. That says x has to be greater than 7. I don't have to worry about a lower limit because I am greater. Okay? All right. Now, on this number 2 here, notice that I'm in ln. These follow all the same properties as the other ones, all right? So I have 2 logs of the same base. They're both base e that are equal to each other. So my of the numbers had better equal each other. So I get x plus 2 has to be equal to 3, or x has to equal 1 when I subtract 2 from both sides of my equation. And if we check it, we get ln of 1 plus 2 is 3, so ln of 3 over here. And we get 3 here, so ln 3 equals ln 3. Piece of cake. Let's try this next one. And we have a less than. So whenever we see less than, we have to think of lower limit. Okay, so in this case, it means that 12x minus 5 has to be bigger than 0. Sorry, plus 5 has to be bigger than 0. So x has to be greater than negative 5/12. And then our other limit we have to be careful of is 8x plus 9 has to be greater than 0. So 8x has to be greater than negative 9. And x has to be greater than negative 9/8. Okay? This one is bigger. So this is the one that we're going to have to be careful of and use in our expression at the end. Now, we know that we're at the same base on both of these logs. So that means that 12x plus 5 simply has to be less than or equal to 8x plus 9. I'm going to move my variables left, my numbers right, and I get 4x has to be less than or equal to 4, and I get x is less than or equal to 1. However, I know that x has to be greater than, so x has to be greater than negative 5/12 from my lower limit. In interval notation, I would write it as parenthesis negative 5/12, 1 bracket, just like that. Pretty simple, don't you think? Already, I want you to try number 7 and number 16 on your homework sheet. And if you get stuck, talk with a podmate. Keep in mind, I have these printed several times. Keep those in mind. Those are good to know, to memorize, and to understand.